Welcome to Toffee TV. It's the Everton News Daily as the public consultation continues for Bramley Moor Dock. Some of the best and brightest of the business community in Liverpool, Merseyside and the Wirral have put an open letter out this morning. It's signed by a hell of a lot of names to do with things like Liverpool Vision, the Knowledge Quarter, the Bolts of Creative, ACC Liverpool, Liverpool Hope University. There's loads and loads and loads and loads of people who've signed this letter. It says, "Dear Sir or Madam, the City of Liverpool faces a once-in-a-generation chance to deliver new opportunities and jobs with the creation of a new riverfront stadium for Everton Football Club within Peel Land and Property, Liverpool's waters. Our organisation, which together represent many of the city's businesses, are working hard on behalf of the city to foster economic growth and well-being and believe this is an opportunity which must be grasped. The launch of Everton's public consultation into its plans is therefore an important opportunity for us to show why we are supporting the club's proposals. We understand that some have concerns because the stadium's proposed location is within Liverpool's World Heritage Site, and the public consultation will help initiate these discussions. We firmly believe, however, that any concerns will be outweighed by the long-term and substantial benefits that will be delivered by the stadium and can be allied through high quality, sympathetic and design and deep appreciation of the physical and cultural qualities of the site. Bramley Moor Dock is an unutilised and partially derelict site with no access to the members of the public. Everton's plans will bring this site back to life, creating tens of thousands of jobs, including training and apprenticeships for the youth of the city and the city region, and would accelerate the regeneration of the North Liverpool waterfront, becoming a highly important asset for the city along with the 10 Streets area. The plans would also lead to the creation of a new community-focused assets in Liverpool 4 that would both directly and indirectly benefit some of the poorest neighbourhoods. The positive effect of the stadium would in fact reverberate across the entire city region. We believe it is essential that Everton Football Club remain in Liverpool, and we think that Bramley Moor Dock, part of Peel Land and the Properties Liverpool Waters development, is the right location for the stadium. Everyone in Liverpool, regardless of their football allegiance, should back the plans. They are right for the business community, right for our residents, for the city and for the city region. Please support them." So there you go. That has come from some of the best and brightest of the business community in the city, putting their weight behind Everton's plans. If you haven't taken part in the public consultation, please do. Either go online to the People Project website or find out where the next roadshow is going to be and go down and speak to people and take part of it. And as we've done for the last few weeks, we encourage everyone to do this. Not just everyone, but everyone's mum, everyone's dad, everyone's auntie, everyone's uncle, everyone's next door neighbours. Get as many people involved in this as you can to show how much support we have for this. If you've got questions, go down and speak to the people or go on the website and read what they have to say about the project. It's massively important, not just for Everton, but for the future of this city. I can't, overstate that. It's so important for our city. And if you don't live in Liverpool, if you live anywhere around the world, take part in this as well. This is important to Everton Football Club and the Liverpool City area. The roadshow has been in Liverpool 1 this week. Again, something that if you went back 10, 15 years and someone had told you that Liverpool 1 was going to be created, you'd just have laughed at the time because there's just no way. But Liverpool 1 was created and it is a massive destination now for shoppers who come in. The roadshow is there at the moment. Jamie Carragher was actually there, and he said how massively important this was for the city. He said it was a huge project, and he said this is not just for Everton, this is for the whole city, and that's why everyone has got to get behind. He said, of course, we have our rivalries, and he wants that rivalry to continue, but he said this is important for the city, and that's why everyone must get behind this. So he was there. Tony Bellew's been down there as well. As many people as possible trying to get behind this. But I think the fact that these business leaders, because let's not, a lot of people have been talking about how negative this is for the city, especially with the funding, and saying how much money this was going to be taken out. Wrongly, of course, those people didn't really have an idea of where the funding was coming from. But now the business leaders of Liverpool are getting behind this and saying this is going to be a massive catalyst for a massive project that could, create thousands and thousands of jobs, and lead to, less poverty in the city, and these things that we people deal with every single day. So as I said, if you haven't already done the public consultation, please do, because there's a lot of people out there, I only have to read the comments of some of these videos, who are saying this is Everton just dragging the feet. But as I said in this business letter, this open letter, this is an important step so people can get their grievances out the way. So please do take part if you haven't already. Seamus Coleman, obviously it's the internationals. He played last night for Ireland in a 0-0 draw with Denmark. I think Ireland had already been relegated from their group, so very little on that game. But he played last night. Had a really good opportunity early on and just couldn't get his foot on it for Ireland to take the lead. But they saw out the game, getting a point and a much needed clean sheet. Tim Cahill, ex-Everton, loved by all Evertonians because he's clearly still a massive Evertonian. He played his final game for Australia today, in a win over Lebanon. He only came on for the last 5 minutes, which I thought was very strange, but it was his farewell. No one kicking off about this or saying why is he doing it like they did with Wayne Rooney. But he came on for his 108th cap. He scored 50 goals, which is an absolutely phenomenal record for someone who's not a striker. Obviously, what a player. And he will see out his career now in this Indian league he's playing in, and I think that will be it for him. He'll then retire, and hopefully Everton will get over them and get him to start doing ambassadorial things, I hope, hopefully anyway. But Tim Cahill there finishing his Australia career today. Nikola Vlas's agent Tonsi Martic has been speaking about the player. He was asked about could he move, and he said he is one of the best players of his generation, and they will see what happens next summer. He said he'll see out the rest of the season in Moscow, and then he'll have to wait and see. He said, could he move to Inter or Roma? He said, let's see. He's valued at between 15 and 20 million euros. Not sure about that. Might be worth a little bit more. So it's feasible that he could end up with a top Serie A team. So he was speaking. I think he was speaking to an Italian outlet. So he obviously fancies the idea of playing in Italy next season. He said he's got a big team mentality. But obviously he played against England the weekend. That got a lot of people asking the questions. Could he come back to Everton? A lot of talk about that. Marco Silva obviously didn't like the look of him in the summer. Didn't feel like he was going to fit in. So who knows? Maybe that year away, playing in the Champions League, could do the power of good, and then maybe next summer he could come back. Or has Marco Silva already made a decision on the player? We'll have to wait and see. Every time Marco Silva's asked about it, he just says, well, he's going on loan for his own benefit and for our benefit, and we'll wait and see. And this is the thing, you get players like this who do well when they're on loan, and then suddenly everyone's asking the question, why aren't they back here with us? And yet we have players and people who don't play, and people say, well, why aren't they out on loan? This, for me, is the ideal situation. If he's out on loan, you want him to be playing in a team that's in the Champions League. Okay, the league he might be playing in might be the best, but that gives him the confidence to get better and better and allows him to play. And then he gets to play in the Champions League, and then he gets to play for his national team as well. And let's be honest, Croatia are no mugs. He helped set up the goal against England on Sunday. So I think this is one to just keep an eye on, and let's see what happens. I don't think hopefully no one has made a final decision on the player at the club, and they're waiting to see how he progresses, because that's all you can do really with these players. He might make a massive leap this season, and the club might say, you know what, we'll have him back for next season. But there's loads of variables in that, and we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, this has been the Everton News Daily. We're nearly there. We're nearly back to normal football. I know it drags on, especially this bit now where there's 2 or 3 days where there's no real international football or any kind of football. So it won't be long till it's back. I think Richarlison will be playing for Brazil against Cameroon, so that's something to keep an eye out as well. And we'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you later.